After a very successful half season and even better playoff run with the Edmonton Oilers, Evander Kane isn't going anywhere. He's signed a new deal in Edmonton, and we'll get into it right now. Hey everybody, so we've got some more signing news this morning, and it involves Evander Kane, who is re-signing with the Edmonton Oilers on a 4-year deal at a little over $5 million per season. Kane was one of the more interesting pending free agents this year, obviously because of kind of the off-ice stuff. He had a great year with Edmonton after signing with the Oilers. The Sharks and the whole contract termination thing. It was a very complicated and complex situation with Evander Kane, but at the end of the day, he played great hockey with the Oilers this past season, was awesome in the playoffs, and became a very, very important goal scorer for them. So at the end of the day, they really wanted Kane back. He's fit in very well on the wing with their top six, playing with guys like Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl, and he can really put the puck in the net. And Edmonton gets it done. Kenny Holland gets him signed to a 4-year deal. We'll take a look at it here. 4 years, $5.125 million per season on the cap hit. He has a no move up until February 28th of 2025, and then after that, it goes to a 16-team no trade list or 16-team trade list. So he can basically pick half the league he can be traded to, half the league he can't. So that is your contract breakdown here for Evander Kane. And he, like I said, had an excellent season with the Edmonton Oilers last year. He played 43 games after signing, partway through the year. 22 goals in those 43 games and was a plus 25. And then in the playoffs, he had 13 goals in 15 playoff games, and was a very important player for Edmonton, playing on the wing with their stars down the middle. He's 30 years old, obviously big-time power forward at 6'2", 210 pounds. Not afraid to rack up the penalty minutes as well, as he plays a physical brand of hockey, a physical style of game, something that the Oilers very much need on their wing. This is a big signing here for Edmonton. If we look at what he's done, obviously he's played for a number of different teams. There has been some off-ice issues, some locker room issues with Kane. It feels very similar to me as the Tony DeAngelo situation. Obviously different reasons for the off-ice problems, but they both are guys that on the ice are very good, effective players, but carry some baggage off the ice that has, really steered some teams away from them, and other teams have taken a chance on them, and it's really ended up paying off. Other teams have taken a chance on him, like Buffalo, for example, with Kane, and it hasn't paid off. So it's going to be interesting to see how this works out long-term with Edmonton, but again, after having his contract, terminated by San Jose, he was free to sign anywhere last season. He signs with the Oilers and then goes out and has 22 goals and 39 points in 43 games, and then continues a great run through the playoffs, scoring 13 goals in 15 games. So you really couldn't have asked for much more than that from Evander Kane if you're the Edmonton Oilers. And they are obviously certainly hoping that he can continue to play at that level and keep the off-ice issues a thing of the past. Once he got to Edmonton last year, you didn't really hear about him being a problem at all. And, you didn't hear about any locker room problems. You didn't hear about anything, off the ice affecting him on the ice or affecting the team. And that's a good thing. Again, similar to Tony DeAngelo, if he can keep those things a thing of the past, then he can be a really good, effective hockey player. And it's just all about keeping himself on the right track, keeping his head on straight, and focusing on what's going on the ice. And if he can do that, I think this could end up being a very, very good signing for Edmonton based on what we saw from him last season. So, Evander Kane, kind of a question mark. I think he's always going to be a question mark throughout his career just because of the off-ice history. But if he plays like he did last season, this is going to be a phenomenal contract at just over $5 million per season for one of the best power forward goal scorers that we have currently in the NHL. I mean, this is a guy that showed he can still score goals, had a great season last year, and if he can keep doing that on the wing of Connor McDavid or on the wing of Leon Draisaitl, wherever they decide to, keep him on a regular basis, a big-time power play producer as well, who can put the puck in the net and play that net front spot on the power play. So there's just so much upside here. Obviously, it does carry a little bit of risk because of it's Evander Kane, but the upside here on a contract like this is through the roof for Edmonton if he can keep himself on the right track and keep himself playing the way that he did last season. So Ken Holland gets it done with Kane. He's not going to the open market. He's staying in Edmonton on what I think has a chance to be a home run contract for the Edmonton Oilers and a very, very important goal scorer brought back into their lineup and staying with Edmonton for the foreseeable future. So that's what I've got on the Evander Kane deal. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, follow on social media. All those links are down in the description. If you'd like to further support the channel, links to our merchandise store, membership, and donation links down in the description as well. Keep spreading the word about this channel. Let's keep this thing growing. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you all very soon.